Oh, boys. Finally, boys. Finally. This is not going to be a build video per se, kind of. More of a showcase. This is going to be a ladder update for you boys. Now, I apologize, I haven't been doing my weekly updates of ladder since I've kind of started. I did that in the past several seasons I went through. I did Single Barb, and then I did 2 Enchantress seasons where I went through with regular updates. So, sorry about that. I've been busy with work, and honestly, when I came home after work, I'm like, fuck, do I get some videos done? Do I do this and sort this out, or do I just stream? And I've been enjoying stream. More of you have been hanging out there. It's been going quite well. More of the boys are playing, so that's why. Sue me, boys. So if you want, check the VODs. There's going to be plenty of shit there of all the old shit I've been using, but I thought I'll pick up the updates from now and then, yeah, show you where I'm at, and then I'll try and, you know, keep these going as I get more shit to show you guys. So I leveled up as Throw Sorceress. That is what I'm sticking with currently. I want to try and finish this build. Maybe I'll move on later. We'll see. But this is what I'm doing for now. Okay. So I started with Enchantress, switching into just Fire Throw because that was the best way to build up to. I transitioned into a hybrid coverage, which was Fire and Lightning, as I farmed specific pieces of gear and enough where I felt like, okay, if I drop fire damage now, am I going to do enough with lightning? And I ended up shifting, I'm making that transition too fucking early, and I didn't have a lot of damage, so I took an L there. So I farm my way up now where I'm comfortably farming with lightning damage as my main, and I've really hit a bit of a plateau right now until I get a few key upgrades, which I'll get to later. So, stats, skills, whatever the fuck, we'll go over gear. This is just a rambling video, okay, so this is going to be a lot more chill, a bit more laid back, and me talking about a build that gets me bricked up, and that doesn't necessarily get you bricked up. I don't care. So, we're at level 91, we're doing pretty well. We have decent damage, we'll get to that later with the gear. Our strength is a bit low. Now with this, I'm not actually going for a Monarch on switch, so we don't need 156 strength, because I'm using War Strikes, and I also need more attack rating with this, because it's a high demand build, which I like. There's a lot of things to think about which are dumb, because no one really cares about attack rating on a Sorceress, so it's fun to try and make the adjustments to fit that in. So, opting for higher dexterity than strength. So, fuck the Monarch, yeah, we got Staff on switch, so I want to eventually get a CTA, so I can buff with that instead. That's going to be the best option. Now, War Strikes requires 142 dexterity. If we get more ethereal ones, like several ethereal, so I can switch out more, then we can save a bit more dexterity in the end game, yeah? Because the requirements are 10% less for that sort of shit. Now, Vitality, we've got an okay amount. I could probably do with a little bit less now that I have decent energy shield, but it's fine where it is. I mean, I'd rather just keep it at this base until I get a CTA, and then potentially upgrade on my charms with just more life and stuff like this, you know, even small charms. Energy shield, good chunk. Everything else, my res is looking pretty okay. And for this, showing the stats down here, I guess we're over 10th frame at FCR. Not too bad, okay? So for skills, for fire, we have some into enchant, but not too many. I don't really particularly enjoy using Demon Limb as a switch to buff enchant. It's just fucking tedious and annoying. Sometimes I showcase it in builds where I feel like it's the only option I have, then I'll use it to make it run, to finish the build and to get it out. But I don't like it functionally. It's fucking annoying, you know? And there's already enough buffs anyway with this build, so yeah. Enchant is good and convenient. My plus skills are going to buff that up more, and it's around about the same strength as a Demon Limb anyway, you know, where we have it. So we got 15 points in there, and on switch, it's 23. It's literally the same as Demon Limb. That's good enough for us to get attack rating, okay? So I'm going to do that now before I forget. Buff up the rest as well, such as Energy Shield. So we have more than enough for Energy Shield. This thing is capped out. We're just 2 points off maxing out Telekinesis. So we're doing pretty well there. The rest of Lightning skills, obviously Lightning Mastery is maxed out. We got 1 point in Thunderstorm because it shares the synergy with Nova, at that being Static Field. Because if you guys aren't aware, the main reason why we're maxing Static out is to proc Nova with our War Strikes, yeah? So 25% chance is level 9 Nova, which does a reasonable amount of damage. Now we have good plus skills. lined about. It's quite noticeable if you hop over to like Nightmare Cows or something, where you kill the ones in a line, then it pops and kills everything together. It's obviously not really strong being level 9, but it does add up. It's decent bloody damage. I'm online, boys. I can see that the cow level just got corrupted. I need to hurry up and finish this video so I can turn on stream and start farming. The boys aren't. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. But we have, currently we have one dream, so I want to shout out to Proto, one of the boys who's been helping us out on the Discord and helping some of the boys gear out, and he also helped me out. He donated a jar rune. That was me posting to you boys whether I should actually keep the jar rune, if you saw that last week, my community post. Because I wasn't really sure, you know, because it is such a massive upgrade for my build, and I'm being quite strict. So, but I don't mind. I left it up to you boys. You boys said don't be an absolute bozo, just take a free jar rune, so I did, and we rolled a pretty damn good dream. So we're using that as the big chunk of our damage. Yeah, 210 amulet here. We have something for increase attack speed on your chest because we need 50 total to reach 2.27 APS. So 30 on the chest here. We got 40. Yeah, and then 20, which we cover on knockback gloves, which are a fucking must with this build, I would say. You can get away without it, but my god, if you're farming with like this and trying to build your way up, even with one dream, the knockback is amazingly beneficial to knock back enemies, just to crowd control. It saves your mercenary from dying quite a lot because you're forcing enemies into their hit recovery state when you knock them back, even if they're not actually being pushed a tile back. You know, rings are okay. I have quite a few alternates with 10 FCR, some with attack rating, as you can see up here, like more attack rating, 10 FCR, 101 attack rating. So I've got some okay alternates. One which is obviously better than others is going to be a Ravenfrost for Cannot Be Frozen. I do ideally want to get one which is closer to max attack rating, but we'll eventually get there, boys. Now, another piece which I love, which I've found, is this Nova Wind Struck. Nice little synergy, yeah. So, Tri-Res, we got Poison Lick reduced and MF. Pretty lucky with that one. I've got a beautiful little Storm Chaser. Makes no sense to probably 99.9% of people, but for this build, for some reason, it just fits, boys. Okay? Hear me out. Yeah? It looks gorgeous, alright? But it has 150 attack rating, which I legitimately need for this, which is good. 1 to 60 lightning damage, which adds up, okay? And it gets amped by our mastery, and decent res, and strong lightning res, which we need for this. I know we have energy shield, boys, but shut up, okay? It's cool, and it's perfect. It only rolls the enhanced damage. We got 220, so I just like this, okay? Just be happy that I'm happy, okay, boys? That's it. So on Switch, we got a memory. It's +9 energy shield with chilling armor, so we can save skills here. So ideally, if we can find a base and roll a CTA and something like that, then that is going to be probably the best end game. But I'm considering getting a CTA and just a one hand and like a lidless or something just to get my life and survivability up, because I found that's getting a little bit annoying sometimes farming TZs and high player counts. I get lazy and I get myself killed quite a bit. But it's going pretty well, boys. My charms are not bad. I've swapped out a skiller just for some magic find while I was doing the other day. Skillers are okay. We've only got one with life there, as you can see, and a pretty average crack in the heavens. Decent torch, because our first one, shout out to Proto again, he helped us do our first Ubers on stream, which he pretty much carried, I'm not going to lie, and I just got most of the keys. But I got one off perfect Druid torch, and we traded that for a Sorc torch. So, pretty happy. We've got an Annie there as well. Not too bad, boys. It's going well. Mercenary, finally we have shifted into sticking with the Act 2 Mercenary. For a long time I was mixing and matching in between depending where I'm farming, so I'd maybe pick up the Act 1 Rogue and maybe go back to the Act 2 Mercenary, because I couldn't quite give him enough survivability to survive. But finally we had some good gear. We've got Eth Treachery, we have an Andes, which I'm maybe going to socket later on stream if possible, and then we have a Eth Insight, which we finally rolled to something pretty okay. It's not good, but it's pretty mid, I'll be honest, boys. Yeah, it's been going well, boys. I've been pretty happy with it. It was, as I said a little bit earlier, when I did end up shifting into lightning. I probably did that a little bit too early, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm glad we ended up getting one dream now, so we can farm pretty comfortably, and it's really not that bad. So the dream is, well, the dream is obviously getting dual dreams, yeah? So you can bet your left nut next time you probably see an update video, I want to have one of those to kind of show you the difference. But, man, I'm enjoying it, boys. It is quite good. There is going to be some more showcases of this in the future. I do want to fine-tune an actual Throw Sorceress build, and once I feel this out a bit more, I want to make that on offline and hero editor and really show you guys the level of it. So I'm excited to do that. And yeah, I'm just excited to keep pushing this and really fill out the build. Because a fun fact for you boys is the first season that I did Sorceress Only, which was before the buff to Enchant and Demon Machine to rage weapons, I wanted to shift into this, and I ended up doing it. I got like one dream, and I just kind of gave up. I got a bit bored. I got like, I don't know if I can do this. And since then, like, since Season 2, I've figured out a lot more different variations on how to go about playing this build, what kind of works, what doesn't, and that's one of the reasons why I ended up choosing this to build from the get-go. Like, because I don't particularly do budget builds because I can't be fucked, really. I don't really care too much about budget builds. Not that I won't do them in the future, I just don't. I like pushing the in-game set, you know, and seeing what the high-performing stuff can be. For the weird shit, obviously. Now, I came up with a lot of different variants with this, and I was pretty happy with how they functioned through the leveling process. And I feel like it's done pretty well so far. So, eventually, I'd like to try and make a couple, maybe one or two, budget build variants of Throw Sorceress. So if you guys are interested, let me know, and then I can see how much effort I want to put into those for you boys. I like to think one of them is probably going to be, I think they're probably going to be both early hell farming. I feel like that's a good budget to kind of aim for, you know. Is that Black Beach Blade? Do I need a soul rune, boys? I don't know. I'll take the alt rune though, just for you. Why not? And we'll finish off this last boy right there. Short little showcase. Bit rambly, I don't care. This is not like a full build video. I just wanted to finally punch one of these out to get you guys up to speed on how things are going, and for those who haven't really been following the live streams. So it's going pretty damn good. In summary, too long didn't watch, boys. We have one dream. We're going pretty damn strong. We're 2 levels off, doing a big crafting sesh, trying to craft some caster amulets. We are doing pretty damn well. We're plateaued right now in terms of pretty much all the small gear, so there's just a lot of fine tuning, gloves, crafting, rings, jewelry, and then your main spot, which is going to be your dream, and then eventually infinity on the mercenary. So we are working our way up the ladder, boys. We're doing pretty well. We're looking sexy, and I hope you were feeling sexy. Okay, I will see you later.